he would step across the line. Habitually. He's a habitual line stepper.
There it is.
Oh, what it do, baby?
What up, man? How you doing?
Doing good, man. I'm Garrett Langley Henson.
And I am Terry Ricardo DeShazo II, a.k.a.
Oh, shout out, happy birthday to Terry's dad, Terry Ricardo DeShazo the first.
Yep.
Yep.
That is today.
You may not have known that, Terry.
We're doing out this on Saturday, bro.
Oh, man. All right, man, let's get right into it. Game 4 of the NBA Finals is last night. The Lakers won to take a commanding 3-1 lead in the series. The final score was 102-97, I believe. A defensive effort throughout for both teams.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, no. I was just about to say, I mean, the shit is crazy. The Lakers can just win in, like, any type of facet. Like, isn't that wild? They can win a defensive battle. They can win a shootout. You know what I'm saying? They're scrappy. They can do whatever they want. It kind of just, I mean, everybody don't overreact. You knew the Heat weren't going to win, so.
Yeah.
I don't understand all this. I guess it's like no content to talk about. So people are like, oh, watch out for the Heat. They're going to come back. Yeah, fucking right. Come on, stop playing. LeBron.
At least now we're actually still talking about this series. For a second here, I thought this podcast was going to be who's finals MVP, AD or LeBron?
Well, shit, after AD gave us that stinker, then we already know who it's going to be.
Oh, my God. All right, so we can talk about that. We can talk a little bit of Game 3 before we talk Game 4 if you want.
Yeah, good. We can talk about Game 3.
Anthony Davis getting cooked by Kelly Olynyk was something that I didn't see coming. I got to say that.
Game 3?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Game 3 gave him some buckets too, man. I think Game 2 he got 24, right? And then Game 3 he got 17.
Kelly Olynyk has always been a good offensive player, but I just imagine defensively they'd like hunt him. Like, you remember how they used to hunt Steph Curry and when he played for Cleveland? It's like whatever the fuck Steph is on the court, we're just putting him in every action, and LeBron is just gonna abuse him. I thought that's what they were gonna do to Kelly Olynyk, and they just didn't. Like, Anthony Davis didn't look interested in taking this game over, and we just watched Kelly Olynyk with big bucket after big bucket boxing people out. He's so clueless defensively that you're going to get less than nothing from him. But his presence, being able to pull Davis and Howard and whoever else is guarding him all the way from the rim to the 3-point line, taking those shot blockers out of the paint. That's what enabled Jimmy to have that 40-point night where he didn't shoot a single three, because now he has all that space down low to work with.
Yeah. So basically, in that whole Game 3, man, it was well, here's one thing why Anthony Davis played like shit, of course. He had, 2 quick fouls early?
Yeah. Scott Foster.
Yeah. I mean, he had to play, like, real passive, you know what I'm saying? So it's not – he couldn't really do much. He only had 4 fouls in the whole game, but, like, that really messed him up.
Mm-hmm.
It stopped him from being aggressive, and he's naturally passive anyways. So, like, he was like, all right, I'm going to chill and just shoot these jump shots. And basically, Kelly didn't really have to play a D on him like that, which is kind of sad. But they weren't hunting the switches either. LeBron wasn't getting the pick on it. They kind of did. They didn't do as much zone in Game 3 either. I mean, Butler was just a different animal, bro. That was hard to watch. He was cooking LeBron. I'm looking at LeBron like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Are you LeBron James? Are you a cuck? He was getting cucked out.
Oh, he got cucked out for sure. For sure. Well, that's the first time in finals history a player has finished with more points, rebounds, and assists than LeBron James on either team.
Yeah, and LeBron's 35. That shit is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
even crazier to me is the 40-point triple-double with not a single three.
No threes. Yeah.
He didn't even attempt a three. Like, you don't see that. You might not see that again.
It's like one of the best games from a superstar that I've ever seen, like, in my life. Like, he was hooping. Since when did Jimmy Butler not shoot threes either? What the fuck is going on with that? I thought he could shoot.
He's just lost. Nah, he never was that great at shooting.
I
He
know he
always,
wasn't.
like, he could shoot him in big moments, though. Like, you remember for the Sixers last year in the playoffs.
Yeah, nah,
He
I remember that.
game winners off the little bounce, off a little hezzy
Yeah,
sidestep type of action.
that's my thing. Like they're going under screens, like he's not even Rondo. Like they're going under them shits, like he's like Muggsy Bogues or some shit. Like they're just
Bro,
like, yo,
they're doing that same shit to Bron, too.
yeah, but I mean he'll shoot it though. I mean he's not shooting three well in this series, but he'll still shoot the shit.
Yeah, he cashed a couple big ones in game 4. I will say for game 3, that was like the perfect my game, like, to watch. Like, Jimmy Butler played exactly how, like, I'd want him to play. Like, if I was in Jimmy Butler's body, that's exactly how I'd want to play. It's just try to get switches onto smaller players and then punish them everyone in the paint. Like, we're not shooting threes. We're not running pick and roll. We're not doing any of this shit. The only time we're running pick and roll is to get a guard on me so that I can just shoot over you. I fucking loved it. I loved it. No settling. No one settled for a fucking shot. The only person settling has been Tyler Herro, who's been throwing all types of junk up this whole series.
I mean, he always plays like that though. People just don't want to say it. They're just like, no, he's hooping. I'm like, no, he plays like that.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Every time I watch him, I swear to God, it's the same Drew Holiday shit. Every time I watch Drew Holiday, he plays like shit on defense. Every time I watch him, he's just throwing up bullshit. And everybody's like, oh no, he's good.
Usually Tyler Herro has more room to operate because it's not playoff defense.
Yeah.
This is the thing that watching game 3 and game 4 just keeps standing out to me is how much he needs to improve his handle. He can't take more than 3 dribbles at once without picking his dribble up. And, like, really no one on the entire Heat can besides Jimmy Butler, who's on the court.
You got Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, but Bam didn't play in game 3, so.
The only person, like, literally nobody could dribble. No one's pushing in transition. Everyone keeps doing these dribble handoffs. And they keep going nowhere and then fucking get caught in the corner and then swing it back out to the elbow extended. And then Kelly Olynyk just goes, fuck this. I'm going coast to coast, baby. He gets his rebound, dribbles all the way down, puts a nice little shoulder into KCP and finishes with the left hand. I was like, way to show him how it's done, Kelly.
That was crazy, man. Hey, look, all I'll say is the 40 points is crazy from Jimmy. Like, they needed that 40 points, but the thing is, it was the assists, bro. He got 13 assists in that game as well. He got everybody else involved. Like, they just couldn't stop his ass. And then, you know, pretty much it's the same shit with Portland, right? So everybody's like, oh, the Heat, they might come back. The Lakers played like absolute shit in that game.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's the worst they could possibly play. And the Heat barely they didn't even beat them by that much. Like, what was the final score of that game? 115, 104? Lakers played like complete shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they're not going to put up 2 poopers in one series, like back to back. They might do it like game 1, game 4, but it's not going to be back to back shit games. So, I mean, hey, claps up to Jimmy Butler, but who gives a shit in the end of the day? They're going to lose 4-1.
Hey, man, you may not get back-to-back shit games, but watching game 4, I was like, this is pretty much as well as you can defend the Lakers. Like, their game plan and what they set out to do was exactly what I wanted them to do. They're executing at a high level. There's so many possessions where I was like, that's a great 24 seconds of fucking defense. And it ends with Anthony Davis taking a off-the-dribble jumper from a long 2 with Bam Adebayo all the way in his face. You know what I mean? I thought they did a terrific job of their rotations. I thought that they it was great that they got rid of this fucking zone bullshit for the most part, and they actually matched up man-to-man. And Bam Adebayo took that challenge on, as did Jimmy, as did Tyler Herro, who I was impressed a lot of times, like especially with LeBron and ball screen action. Tyler Herro would come and blitz it and then like hard hedge and then recover back into the paint, back to his dude. I thought they did all that stuff really well. And the thing that like I didn't see happening was fucking Kentavious Caldwell Pope turn into Magic Johnson out here.
Hey, KCP, he can pass, man. You can't fake on him. He comes up with big moments. He's streaky though. He's a real streaky player. They almost got rid of his ass like a couple years ago.
He had a really good game last night. He had a really solid game last night.
He's like one of those
fucking pump fake, then drive, and then he's like looking at the one corner, then the last second finds Anthony Davis for that fucking the dagger.
It was nice.
Hits him right in the pocket too. I was like,
nah, see, KCP is one of those players though, where it's like he's not quite good enough to put in the trade. You know what I'm saying? He kept getting those 1 year, $20 million deals anyways. And then he's kind of shit, so you can't play him a lot. He's like an in-between. He's like a tweener. He's not the tweener that you want, though.
Bro, he's a fifth starter on a finals team. That's what he's a fifth starter. But like the way he played last night was better than a fifth starter. And it was all three of them, all the guards for the Lakers. Caruso, Rondo, and KCP, all of them like were little agents of chaos off long offensive rebounds. Like they were just playmaking when they found spaces, when they doubled Anthony Davis and then swing rotation and they're unbalanced. They did a great job of getting in the teeth of the defense and then finding open people.
Yeah, I mean, that's when the Lakers are at their best though. When they're swinging and they find the shooter and they finally hit the shot though. That's when they're playing at the best. Because they don't have, like, knockdown shooters, per se.
Well, that's what we thought. We kept saying the well is eventually going to dry up because the Lakers couldn't shoot all year, and they come out in the NBA Finals, and they're shooting 47% from three.
Yeah.
Looking at Caruso, who couldn't shoot all year, and I'm looking at Rondo, who couldn't shoot all year, and I'm looking at everyone else. And Danny Green. Oh, my God, Danny Green. Oh my God, Danny Green. Like, I don't know who's more useless at the moment, him or Duncan Robinson. It's a good thing they're guarding each other most of the time so they can just have their own one-on-one game of nothingness. It's like they're playing one-on-one inside a black hole. It's like if somebody swished a three in the forest and nobody heard it, does it really count? Like
I feel like I know what you wanted to say, but you like fumbled it so hard it was just hard to listen to.
Oh,
like
yeah.
It came out of your mouth.
Bro, it must be the sleep deprivation. It must be the sleep deprivation because in my mind, I was like, I nailed that. Delivery, 10 out of 10.
Don't recommend, bro. Don't recommend. Hey, look, this what it's like, Danny Green and Duncan out there just getting that run. You know what I'm saying? You out there playing pickup. You're like, yeah, I'm just here to like get my fitness in. They're just running up and down the court, not doing shit, setting picks, getting rebounds and shit. The stat lines are ridiculous. And then, look, let me tell you something right quick. The Heat thought they found the recipe. They were like, oh yeah, we just kept the rebounds close, and that's how you beat the Lakers.
Yeah, okay.
This game, it was even closer. It was 42 rebounds for the Lakers, 39 for the Heat. It was a close game, but not really. Because when you think about it, first half, yeah, it was close. But second half, once they took the lead in the third quarter, they never looked back. When LeBron hit that three, that damn 31-footer.
Yeah.
That old school thing. Yeah. Third quarter, Bron and AD went crazy in game 4. Completely destroyed them. Broke their back. It was over, bro.
There's a stretch of like 6 minutes where like the Heat didn't get a single good shot. The Lakers just put the fucking clamps on them. And I'm just watching like possession after possession after possession after possession. And it's just wild shot clock violation, wild shot. Jay Crowder gets a long rebound or whatever off a missed three and immediately shoots it with a hand in his face, even though the clock resets. Like,
yeah. The craziest stat that I saw is that the fucking Heat, they shot 8 uncontested shots the whole second half. Literally the whole second half, like every shot was contested, bro. The Lakers were playing crazy defense. And shout out to Vogel for that switch, or maybe AD stepped up, I don't know. But having AD guard Jimmy Butler and then having LeBron guard Bam, that shit was tough, man.
Well, Jimmy was destroying all the like smaller defenders, and even like Morris, who's bigger than him. So I think they're like, dude, we got to get as much length as possible on Jimmy.
Definitely, especially if Jimmy's not going to shoot a three.
Yeah.
So I might as well.
If all his shots are going to be from the foul line in, absolutely.
Yeah. Just put AD on him. You ain't gonna drive on him, are you?
Plus, the way that you would like abuse that is if Anthony Davis is guarding Jimmy, then you pull Jimmy up and now you run the bam action through him through the high post, and you pull the shot blocker away from the rim, and you do the Nuggets type of shit where now you have everybody cutting downhill to the rim with no shot blocker. Unfortunately, I thought the Heat did an awful job of cutting off the ball. And there are many times where like there are multiple people cutting to the same space at the same time, trying to set screens for each other. No one knows like who's the screener and who's the recipient. It should be the defense that doesn't know who's screening. It shouldn't be the offense, especially in the NBA finals.
Honestly, I feel like they play like they should though. Because if you think about it, they got 3 rookies on the court, bro. It was Nunn was on the court a lot. Then they were like, all right, he can't play because he's just completely fucking this up for us. He's a rookie straight up. Hero's a rookie, and then Duncan is basically a rookie.
Yeah.
You know, when you don't think about it, but then you're just like, oh, like these guys don't know what to fucking do. Like when it's gut wrenching time, you know what I'm saying? When it's time to play, like they kind of get a little confused.
And nobody is more confused than Kendrick Nunn. Oh my god! Watch it. He is an abomination. This whole finals. One of the game-changing plays, what you were just talking about that getting those rebounding numbers more together. He secures a rebound and lets Caruso run all the way in from the three-point line, unblocked out, and jump over 3 people to swat this play out and keep this play alive. And they end up continuing it and they getting a 3 out of it.
Uh-huh.
And there are so many things like that. These long rebounds that they failed to track. Like, I know you said they kept it closer, but there are moments like that, like individual moments where I noticed that they didn't box out over and over and over again.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, bro. The Heat they're just not good enough, man. It's a bad matchup for them, bro. It's not a good matchup. That's why I would have rather seen the Celtics. I knew the Heat were going to beat the Celtics, but I would rather see the Celtics go in because I already knew this shit was going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, listen, man, it's not fair when 2 of your 3 best players get hurt in the first game of the series. We were robbed of the full potential of this because all this stuff that I'm saying about these players not knowing where to go and cutting into the same space, all this gets fixed when you can just run a Dragic band pick and roll, and these guys can just stand in the corners, right?
Yeah.
That's when times get tough and things get ugly. That's been their bread and butter is that Dragic band pick and roll, and that's not something they have in their arsenal. Now I don't think anyone on the whole roster can run a pick and roll besides Jimmy.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, once you get rid of the team's primary ball handler, it definitely becomes a problem. And he's the leading scorer for the Heat in the playoffs. He scores like 21 points a game. So
I just can't get over how bad Kendrick Nunn is. Like he really looks like a middle schooler who's playing with high schoolers for the first time.
He looks bad. I'm gonna just tell you, like people are, trying to sweep this COVID shit under the rug, but he had fucking the coronavirus, bro. I feel like he's still feeling the effects of that shit. He never got back in shape because they didn't play him. Gordon Dragic.
Maybe there's some validity to it, but I think it's like their length and the moment that's like fucking them up more than coronavirus. And his decision making. You're driving to the rim with LeBron right on your back. No funky shit, Kendrick. None of the like reverse layup spin off the glass type of shit. He sees that coming all day. You got to fucking put your shoulder into his chest and draw a foul. That's the only way you're going to get points out of that situation. Otherwise, LeBron is going to fucking stuff you like he did multiple times.
He's beating that shit like Michael Jackson. But no, look, man. He didn't play in any of the other games. He barely played in any other series. This is what, like, you can't just throw somebody into the finals.
Yeah.
Hey, Rook, go ahead and play game 1, 2, Gordon's out, just fuck it. We'll just put you out there and ball.
Hey, he got his fucking garbage time buckets in game 1, and he thought he was really ready for this shit.
Yeah, this is what everybody, like, they were like, oh, Kendrick Nunn, he's back. Can y'all shut the fuck up? Like, they were up by 30 points. Are you, like, come on. Yeah. 30 points, and they're just like, oh, Kendrick, he gave me 18, or whatever he gave him. He's not, like, it's a rookie coming into the finals, bro. It's not a regular game.
Yeah.
It's playground basketball no more, man.
Speaking of playground basketball, there are a lot of hard fouls in this game. And nothing upsets me more, Terry, than a hard foul that results in an and one. If you're going to fucking foul somebody hard that it maybe get reviewed for a flagrant, you better make sure they don't make the fucking layup.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, look, man, when you foul a train like LeBron, it's tough, bro. What you gonna do?
Also, Jay Crowder, the fucking Matador defense. So despicable, man. Like the lack of effort. This is the fucking NBA Finals, dude. You can't be afraid of contact, Mr. I'm a real one. If you were a real one, when you rotate in from the fucking corner and you stand right in front of the rim, you can take a charge from LeBron James instead of just swatting at it with your fucking arm and letting him go right by for and one after and one after and one.
Well, I don't want to hear that Jay Crowder slander. What did you tell me before the game? I mean, before the series even started. You're like,
he's a body to throw on LeBron.
You said Jay Crowder can guard LeBron.
Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa. Let me cut you off right there, sir.
Go ahead.
I'm talking about Jay Crowder not guarding LeBron, rotating in to the center to like cover the rim from the wing. So he comes from the corner. You know what I'm saying? When LeBron splits the pick and roll at the top of the key, Jay Crowder rotates in from the corner underneath the basket and then goes perpendicular and allows LeBron a free run to the rim. And he's like, this is how I'll play defense on LeBron in the finals.
He wouldn't hurt him, bro. LeBron was his teammate, man. He don't want to mess with him. You think LeBron?
I hope you learned your lesson.
Really touches him and shit. Look, man, Jay Crowder, yeah, he has moments of being weak as fuck. I don't know what to say. Like, I think LeBron, when he sees Jay Crowder, he's just like, oh yeah, I used to kill him in practice. It's whatever.
Right.
Oh, that guy with the dreads. Is that DeMarre Carroll? He just goes straight to the basket. Easy buckets.
He still looks at Jay Crowder as like the second round draft pick from the fucking Dallas. Who's this fucking scrub playing in the summer league?
Shit.
Getting cooked by Trey Burke.
Hey, look, Jay Crowder, he's serviceable, man. But I don't know.
He's good. It's just
he probably just watched Raging with the Bulls or some shit like the night before. You know what I'm saying? A little mad. A little Matador defense. He was like, "Oh shit, that's how you do it." Ole, let LeBron go to the basket.
Also,
you gonna step in front of LeBron?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He's 60. Taking you out.
Terry. First of all, I'd stand in front of LeBron like once just to see what it felt like to get hit by LeBron full speed. I'd do it for free one time just to do it, just because I want to know what that feels like.
So you one of those players, you're gonna be in the game. You're gonna be in the game like, oh shit, is LeBron driving to the basket? Oh my god! Oh, he jumped over me! Holy fucking shit!
Yeah, I'm gonna get Mozgov for sure. But I'm jumping with Bron.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, no.
Bron is gonna treat you like that kid on the Bulls when he jumped over him. Remember?
Yeah.
Hurdled one guy. And
John Lucas III.
Oh my God! He hurdled him on the alley. He looked back at Lucas like, "What are you doing? You tried to undercut me, though?" Oh, okay.
Nah. I'm meeting LeBron at the rim, and I'm packing that shit. You remember how Rondo angry packed that shit in Game 3?
When
he packed the fuck out of what was it, Jimmy Butler in Game 3? It was off a foul first. Somebody fouled Jimmy Butler first, and then Rondo came and was like.
He thunderclapped on his ass real quick.
Bro, Jesus Christ. That's how I'm going to have to get LeBron.
Hell no, man. It's not happening.
But real talk, like, and I'm not even getting paid to play defense on him.
Go ahead.
And, like, the refs the whole game are rewarding flopping. The whole game, they're rewarding flopping. Calling ticky-tack bullshit. Fucking Iguodala reaches for the ball and touches nothing, and Anthony Davis goes.
Yeah, that was a bit much. The
whole game they reward flopping. So you know what, Jay Crowder, all you gotta do is you see LeBron fucking look up here and then do that super dribble and split the pick and roll. He starts freight training. All right, time to build a wall.
Take that charge. Easier said than done, my friend. I'm telling you.
Hey, man, I don't know if he needs to get on a Zoom call with Kyle Lowry and on Ilyasova or what.
He didn't want that smoke, man.
No,
what was that?
That needs to be what happened because you're not going to jump with him and contest at the rim.
Nah, that's not happening.
So you have to get there before him and you have to take a charge.
You gotta do something.
Or you got to take a hard foul and make sure he doesn't get the shot up to the rim.
Yeah, you gotta do something. I mean, look, LeBron's strong as shit, but you gotta do something like that. That was like worst case scenario was doing that.
I just want people to realize that like the stripping shit at LeBron is not going to work.
Yeah, he's strong.
We've seen 15 years like, yeah, you're going to hit the ball and then he's just going to keep pulling it up through you and finish.
Yeah. As like you can do it when he's on the perimeter because he's not going up to the basket. But when he's going up to the basket, I've only seen Iguodala strip him like a couple times, and that's like the only dude. Maybe Tony Allen.
And Kawhi and Iggy, the only two.
But like when LeBron is going up for a layup or for a dunk, you're not like he's going up, man. Your little swipe ain't doing shit for LeBron James. He's strong as hell. He's bigger than Bam. We keep forgetting he's almost the biggest person on the court, man.
Yeah. Anthony Davis, he's probably the biggest, right?
AD, I don't know weight-wise, but I think LeBron weighs like 260, 270. AD probably weighs that much because he's that tall, but
yeah. Bro, every time that he gets downhill, it's like time slows down. You see the fucking aura around him. They cue up the music. Motorin! He's just gliding through people like it's nothing, man. His power really is something to behold. How he knocks somebody back like it's nothing and finish through contact.
Yeah, he's a monster. He's probably, I wouldn't say you think he's the best driver of the basketball ever? I don't know if I'm willing to say that, but.
Well, I don't know if I disrespect World Be Free like that, but
World Be Free. Get the fuck out of here.
Or Sebastian Telfair.
Oh, hell no. See, now you're talking crazy.
Hey, Sebastian Telfair was great at getting the rim. He just couldn't finish once he got there.
You can't make the shot. What the fuck? Who's the best at going straight to the basket? That'd be like Russell Westbrook or somebody like that. They just go straight to the hoop and just throw up some bullshit.
No, that's the Giannis.
Oh, yeah. But Giannis is 6'11", though.
Giannis is like, I'll just start Euro stepping from the free throw line and I'll figure it out once I get in the paint.
Yeah, okay. And then they just build a wall and he's just like, oh, okay, I don't know what to do.
Another one-footed contested off-balance floater.
Does he forget in the playoffs that like he can drive and then also pass it out? Or did he just like, I gotta force this action right now, we're gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? You got shooters. Pass the fucking ball.
Also, this you got shooters shit has to stop. Like, the Bucks do not have shooters. The only person who can shoot is Chris Middleton and Kyle Korver. And Kyle Korver comes up missing in big moments time after time after time. The same reason that Duncan Robinson does. Because they, when like the playoffs come, they have to speed their release up because of the fucking length and shit of the defenders who are covering them.
And they can't do it.
Yeah, when they try to speed their release up, their fucking feet get disconnected, their whole process, and they start breaking their shots, bro.
I feel you. So we're talking about drivers and shit. LeBron's been driving the Lakers to pretty much winning this whole championship. Where is this putting his legacy when he wins his fourth ring, bro? And he's gonna get the Finals MVP most likely when they close it out on Friday. Where do you have LeBron all time, or do you do like the all-time ranking type?
Man, I think at this point you gotta move him up to 4, man.
You got him
move him all the way up to 4. He's in my top 5 now.
6 or something?
Huh?
You got him at like 6 or 5 or what?
Yeah, I had him at 5.
Who's above him? Kareem, Jordan, who else?
Kareem, Jordan, Russell. No, I guess that's so he's still where he's at. Nothing changed.
He doesn't pass Bill Russell.
Curry and Jordan Russell, they're still above. Nothing changed in this championship at all.
Okay.
Is that the answer you were looking for? Was this the barbershop chalk that we were trying to get on the pod?
I've never seen anyone just be so unsure of themselves, like after saying something. It's like, yeah, wait. Oh no, he's had that. No, he's had that before. No, you're right.
Well,
now for me,
I was thinking about it. Anyone else putting a bird above him, I don't think at this point. I don't think you could do it. I think those are the only players that, like, realistically, you could say.
Probably. I mean, for me, I would say, I know I said before, like, if LeBron was another championship, I'd put him above Michael Jordan, but it's levels to the championships. He didn't have to go through the Clippers. I said this before the playoffs started. It's like, he didn't have to go through the Clippers, and he's playing the Heat, so it's not even a great championship. You know what I'm saying? So
you know what? With this whole coronavirus bubble thing, I will give him that at least. That, like,
mental toughness.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's more of like a badge of honor than a demerit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying like the teams that he played aren't like this. But I mean, I'll give it to him. He's just whoever's out there, he kills them. Gentleman sweep pretty much everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. My thing is like, I'm not putting him over Jordan because I mean, you know why. We're not going to get into that. If anyone who thinks LeBron is actually better than Michael Jordan could unfriend me. And I'm talking to you, Michael Gatewood. Then fucking Kareem, people just sleep on him because his career was so long. But
here's the thing about Kareem, right? So Kareem, he's got 6 regular season MVPs. I think it's 6 or 5 or something like that. And he has 6 final wins. But he only has 2 finals MVPs, and then Magic had the rest of them, I believe, on the other ones. So it's like he's a great, but he wasn't the number 1 option on all of his rings. That's the thing about Kareem for me, which like I would sneakily
that was just because of the timing of like the roster construction though. Kareem was still the same way LeBron was, like the best player in the league for 15 years.
Yeah, he was.
You know what I mean?
Maybe not. I'm not sure.
What?
I said maybe not. I don't know. I mean,
I think LeBron's the only. I think if anyone's closest to Kareem, it is LeBron. And
I think
in the fact like his longevity.
Yeah, I mean it's hard. Like when 4 Finals MVPs is really hard to, argue against like who's actually higher than that. You know what I'm saying?
The other thing is Kareem didn't have fucking like 8 finals losses on his resume.
Yeah, this is true. I mean, look.
And this is during a time too when the league was much better. When the NBA was never better than it was in the 80s in terms of strength of teams.
You think so?
Absolutely. Are you kidding me? Like you're the dynastic teams of all time in the 80s. The Lakers, Celtics, and Pistons, like 3 of the greatest teams of all time.
It's only 3 teams.
But no, there are 3 dynasties, though.
2 championships gives you a dynasty?
All right, whatever. 2 dynasties and a multiple championship winning team, which is better than who was LeBron faced that had a dynasty or a multiple chip winning team?
What the fuck are you serious? Are we doing this right now? The fucking Warriors, bro. Are you crazy?
Yeah, and he lost.
Yeah, but they had too many like, come on, man. LeBron. First, he faced the Warriors by himself.
All right, you're right. Okay, you're right. This is a nonsensical argument, but I'm just saying that like he didn't have so many losses in the finals and against better teams.
Yeah. Well, there's 2 things that are true. He got swept by the Spurs when he was a kid, and a lot of people don't like to count that against him. But if you're a great player, you get 1 game. Secondly, Dallas, that knocks him down. It pretty much like almost every other superstar doesn't have anything like that on their resume. The Dallas shit is crazy. And then after that, I mean, the Warriors are just a better team. And then the Spurs.
Oh, no. Yeah, let's not talk about the worst one out of all of them, in my opinion, which is the Spurs one, where they got absolutely waxed That's the worst one because LeBron and the Heat were already crewed up. They already had the shit figured out that Joel Anthony doesn't need to be fucking playing. They already this is year 3 of the system and everything. Like they had ironed out all the kinks. Everyone was in their prime. It was the best year of LeBron's career, and they went out there and they got fucking waxed.
D-Wade was not in his prime.
Who?
D-Wade was a shell of himself. In that 4th year, D-Wade was a shell of himself, bro. He was a fucking shell of himself. If you look at the numbers, he was getting 20 points a game in that fucking series.
Talk about the 3rd year.
I'm talking about the 4th year. The 3rd year they won. They beat the Spurs. Because the year before that, they beat OKC.
Okay. Yeah, the 4th year. You're right.
4th year
they got the 2 in the middle.
If you think about it, the Spurs, they could have beat them in that 3rd year, honestly.
Right. They could have, but it was a beat down of epic proportions.
The next one, they killed them. I think they didn't sweep them, it was 5, but they killed them.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to see, and LeBron didn't want to see Kawhi at all.
Nah. And so people always talk about the Maverick shit, but I think that one is even worse because it's that was the best year of LeBron's career. He was in the absolute middle of his prime. You think absolute middle prime Jordan is getting waxed in the finals fucking 4-1 like that? You think that's happening to Bill Russell or Kareem?
Not by any of the 90s teams.
No.
The 90s teams were trash. 90s basketball trash. We know this.
What do you think? Do you think that's going to happen to Bill Russell in the 60s? He's going to get blown off the court 4-1 by the fucking Petersboro Whites.
I respect Bill Russell until you start talking about basketball. Once you talk about basketball, it's just no, come on.
See, it was the slander. This is why nobody somehow people just forgot how great Bill Russell was just because there happened to be white people playing in the NBA back then. There was another dude playing back then. His name was Will Chamberlain, and he was fucking 7'3".
Yeah, but he was fucking 2,000 women. He wasn't worried about basketball. If Will Chamberlain only focused on basketball, he would destroy Bill Russell. But Will Chamberlain was trying to fuck 20,000 women.
Listen, when game time happened, he was trying to get the ball in the hoop. The man averaged 50 points and 25 assists in a season. Average.
He was only doing that so he could fuck Marilyn Monroe. He was like, I can average 50 if you let me smash. And she was like, all right, bet. There ain't you can't sit, stop. You can't sit here and seriously say Wilt Chamberlain was 100% focused on only basketball. You cannot tell me that right fucking now. You can't say that shit because the next year he led the league in assists. He didn't give a fuck. He was just out there fucking around. He didn't give a shit. And you know when he led the league in assists, he only averaged 8 assists. The league was shit. Come on, bro. Stop it. Bill Russell, I get it. But he's number 7 for me. He's on the Mount Rushmore, but as far as top players, he's number 7 for me.
Nah, bro. He's the most decorated player ever. He's the best winner of all time.
How many finals appearances he got?
How many finals appearances? Maybe what, 14, 15?
14, right?
Yeah.
LeBron's got 10.
He's 11 rings.
No, I'm just saying LeBron's got 10 finals appearances.
Yeah, Russell has 11 championships.
Yeah, but LeBron has 10 finals appearances, and it's 2020, dog. It's not 1952. You know what I'm saying? That's
how hard it was to make it to the finals 14 times in the 60s when we didn't treat black people like human beings. All right? They almost made him go to a separate finals, Terry, and he just did the mic and drill by himself.
Come on, man. Stop it.
Bro, they almost had the NBA finals where the Lakers played the Celtics, and then on a practice court, Wilt played Bill Russell one-on-one.
They didn't even wear Converse. I don't know what the fuck they were wearing back in that day.
That's because there was no conversation, bro. There was no dialogue. All right? It's 2020. I'm about to put out a new brand of shoes called Disgust.
Son, Bob Cousy, Jerry West, Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell. That's it. And now I got to give it to Bill Russell. He was spanking Wilt Chamberlain and Jerry West's ass, but there's only 4 players in the whole league. What? And then who? Mikan? Wasn't it George Mikan or some shit?
Yeah. They had George Mikan was before them.
There you go.
George Mikan was before them. They did have my guy for the Hawks back then.
I thought that wasn't George Mikan. I thought that was the George Mikan rebounding motherfucker.
Nah, George Mikan played for the Salt Lake fucking Lakers. That's it. The Salt Lake Lakers or whatever they used to be.
So what? You already know the narratives that'll come up. LeBron was his fourth. I think like this ring is so easy though. People aren't gonna be like LeBron's the GOAT. If this shit was hard, like if it was a hard ring, then you would be hearing this shit. But I think it's just like I think he's just cemented in that 2-3 spot. This might be it. Unless like next year if they win, maybe then you hear more. But this year, 2-3. This ring is whatever. You can say whatever you want about this being hard,
bro.
mental, all that shit. But
these conversations, it's like they mean nothing, bro. Like, what the fuck is this ranking anyway? Like, what are we saying at the end of the day? That
you know people love the rank shit.
Like, are we saying that fucking Bill Russell would beat LeBron one-on-one? Like, nah, that's not what I'm saying. But possibly. Like, no. Bro, LeBron is better than Michael Jordan is at basketball because he came along 25 years after him. And the game. You said
LeBron is better than Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
At basketball? No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Did you not watch Michael Jordan in 2002 when he was 40?
No, I mean like the skill level. Like the stuff LeBron can do with the basketball, he could do stuff that Jordan couldn't do with it.
I don't know, bro. I kind of disagree with that. I love fucking LeBron.
You ever see Jordan do a Euro step?
He doesn't need to do a Euro step. He can just jump.
My point is there are things that have come into the game that weren't around then that like people could do now. That like jumping off your wrong foot, you know what I mean? Shit like that. A lot of
I hear what you're saying, but it's hard to do that comparison with like Michael Jordan was actually like fundamentally good at a lot of aspects of the game. Like if you go skill for skill, Michael was gonna beat everybody almost in any era. It doesn't matter what the era is. You think like 10 years from now they're gonna be doing some shit where like, oh my God, I can't believe they do that shit now. You know, it's not many more things you can do. I understand the Euro is crazy, but you think the Euro is better than Michael Jordan hitting that fucking.
What people think. That's what people think until fucking James Harden starts hitting these step back, side step, behind the back, whirling.
The one-legged three? Those one-legged threes he was hitting in the offseason?
Yeah, man. I'm just saying the game is always going to evolve. The average player now is so much more skilled than the average player was in 1995. Like, Anthony Davis can dribble probably better than everybody on the fucking 1996 Lakers who's not a point guard.
This is true.
You know what I mean?
But, I mean, he's a highly skillful player, though.
But that's the way the whole league is going. And, like, players make much faster decisions now. Players are much better passers now. They're much less tough. They're worse rebounds. The fundamentals have, like, kind of died out. But, like,
here's the thing I can ask you, right? Who's a skillful player but is not, like, that good? The first person that came to my mind was,
Kyrie Irving.
No, Lamar Odom was, like, the first person to come to my mind.
Oh, you're talking about – oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I say, like, not good, but, like, they're, you know, they got skills, but they're not, like, great.
Darius Miles.
I'm saying, so you think you can put, like, those dudes in, like, the 90s and they would, like, flourish? I don't think so.
No, the game was different back then because, like, you didn't have the latitude to do some of the shit. Like, you didn't have the space now or the space then to do, like, all this shit.
Yeah, because people couldn't shoot.
If you tried to Euro step your way down the lane in 1994, someone just fucking clothesline you and be like, all right, go shoot 2 free throws, faggot. Like,
yeah, big facts on that.
That's what I'm saying with these cross-comparing things. Like, you got to compare just greatness, not who's better, but who's greater. And the way to do that is you compare you against your peers.
You just compare the domination. That's what you compare.
Yeah, domination against the people of your time. And nobody dominated the people of their time more than Bill Russell.
I think LeBron has an argument to say that he dominated a lot of his peers.
A lot of his peers, but not to the same degree that Bill Russell did.
Same degree.
Like for example, Bill Russell did all this shit. Yeah, Bill Russell did all this shit playing against a bunch of fucking white guys, but he also did it wearing like Converse All Stars and like during a time where they thought like eating McDonald's, doing lines of blow, and lifting weights was like all you needed to do to get in shape for the fucking game.
Now, Bill Russell was a monster. I'm just saying. He didn't do much. If you put it to
Who's to say what Bill Russell looked like with like a nutritionist and fucking the new Kobe's on and like everything like that, dude?
You got to put it to scale. He was a monster, but he's a defensive monster. He's like a hyped up version of like I don't know, like
LeBron James?
not like Dennis Rodman type shit.
Yeah, maybe.
He's like the best. That's the best defensive player ever. And that's like the peak of defense. And they didn't even count blocks. And motherfuckers are like, yeah, he probably averaged like 6 blocks a game, most likely. You know what I'm saying? If somebody averaged 6 blocks a game now, we'd be talking about them as the best defensive player ever and forget about everything else.
And it wasn't just the blocks. It was the way that he blocked them. He like blocked them, tipping them to his teammates on the break to get the break started. It was just like such another level of dominance that like we hadn't even seen before.
I gotta give it. He's a monster, but you know it is what it is. I can see how you compare, and it's like I can compare eras. I just got to see what you're doing. It is what I can do it. I don't know what other people say.
Man, I will give one thing to LeBron. I'll give some props for him. Something that I saw in Game 4 that I liked, and that's that he matched Jimmy Butler's minutes exactly for when he was on the court. Like every time Jimmy came in, LeBron came in. It was like there's not going to be one instance where Jimmy Butler is in here and I'm not.
You know what? I got to give it to LeBron in the fourth quarter too. He hit his fucking free throws, man.
Yeah, yeah.
7 for 7, bro. He closed that shit, man.
I was telling T, I was like, he doesn't like these late free throws. I was like, butts get tight. He's missed a couple of these before, and he took credit. He knocked him down.
We've seen it many times. Like I'm chilling at somebody's house on a Sunday. We're like, oh, Lakers are playing, and he fucking chokes it on the free throw line. We're just like, yo, what the fuck? It's Sunday. It's like January 13th. Why can't you make free throws? It's not even that hard a game. I don't get this dude. Him and free throws, he's like one of the worst superstar free throw shooters ever.
Oh yeah, he's the worst non-center free throwing superstar of all time. Like
of all time, probably. I don't know. Karl Malone can match him.
Okay, non-big man, I guess.
Oh, big man, swing man. Yeah, swing man, probably. Yeah, superstar. Yeah, superstar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was like Scottie Pippen, and I was like, nah, he ain't a superstar. LeBron's in a league of his own.
Yeah.
He's in a league of his own of being one of the best players ever and just fucking horrible at shooting free throws. He's a choker. He's like, how can you be a choker and clutch all in one body?
I don't know. Let's tweet at Nick Anderson.
I can't say Nick Anderson's clutch. No, I'm saying though, like LeBron has the most game winners in playoff history. I think he's like number 3 all time in regular season history for game winners. But his free throw percentage in the fourth quarter is like 60%.
Yeah, it's rough, man. It's real rough.
Crazy.
That honestly, like, that was another thing. The fucking Heat wait so long to foul at the end of the game.
Oh yeah.
They let like 20-something seconds run off the clock before they realize it's time to foul.
Yeah. That was so weird because it was 100-91. And then like they wait, and I'm just like, bro, it's only 40 seconds left in the game. Y'all should have just started fouling then. Get some buckets and start fouling, but they waited and shit.
Well, they did the like half-court trap thing, and then I forget who it was, but maybe it's Kuzma just throws the ball out of bounds for no reason while they're doing their like full-court press or whatever. And so they get the ball back, and they have an opportunity to score. They don't score, and then when they miss the shot, they don't foul.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Spoelstra said, "I'd rather you try to steal it than try to foul." Or
no, but after that miss, like there's 28 seconds left on the fucking game clock, guys. Like, and as we're discussing, you have a notoriously poor free throw shooter, like in these clutch moments.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. The whole thing was perplexing to me, and to see a team that's as well coached as the Heat make a huge mental error like that at that moment. I found that very surprising.
They fell asleep, man. It is what it is. Who cares, man? Hey, look, they put up a nice little moment in Game 3. But the funny thing is, we probably won't remember that shit.
Oh, I will for sure.
You're gonna remember it?
Fuck yeah, the Jimmy Butler game. I absolutely will. That's the perfect game. No threes, all bully ball. I'll remember that game for the rest of my life, Terry.
God, you'll never talk about it again. I'll bet money on it. Like, we'll talk about the Lakers winning, and we'll never bring it up again, ever again. It's never happening.
Man, this is how it is, bro. In the moment, everything seems so big, and then like as time passes, people forget like all the circumstance, all the like nuance of like how people got there. All that matters at the end of the day is the chip.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. I remember when I was a Knicks fan, 1999. That's one of the few things. Those motherfuckers.
We've all seen a Tostitos commercial. I don't know what happens when you show up with dip and no chip.
Yeah, this is true. Hey, man. I think we covered about as much as we could on the finals. We got Game 5.
Game 5 coming up. Are you calling this a gentleman's sweep?
Yeah, LeBron's in it. So next podcast, I'll probably wear a suit. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a nice gentleman's sweep. I'll wear a nice top hat with it as well.
Oh, wait a minute. Before we close this out, I think we need a second to acknowledge Tyler Herro, the youngest player ever to start in the NBA Finals, who's throwing up all types of shit, and half of it is going in, bro. Did you see that floater that he hit over AD?
Yeah. That's the shit I'll be talking about right there, man.
That shit went higher than the shot clock, bro.
Yeah, he did, bro. That shit. It was an amazing shot, but I was.
It. And then the other one too, on the right side of the court that he swished, where he comes off the dribble handoff, takes one dribble, and then swishes it as he's fading out of bounds.
Yeah.
Like he swished it so that shit didn't look like a bad shot. I was like, that was an awful shot.
It was like both of those shots were the shots like you put your hands up, and then when it goes in, you're just like, all right.
Fuck. All right. Yeah. Even Frankie Nicotine couldn't have defended that better.
Yeah, man. So it is what it is, man. Lakers.
I just wish he'd start getting easier shots. Like, he clearly has the ability to make tough shots. Start taking easier ones, dude.
Hey, man, their dribble handoff shit isn't working for him. They always do that. It's just not working. Like, the Lakers are just really good defensively. Motherfuckers, we sleeping on this shit, but they're a great defensive team.
Oh, they're terrific. Watching them play defense is a joy to behold. It really is.
Defensive player of the year, bro. This is a travesty. Analytics needs to go. This is fucked.
My thing is, like, do none of y'all work on, like, triple threat moves at all? Like, everyone just keeps fucking doing a dribble handoff to each other for 20 seconds, and then we give the ball to Bam Adebayo, and he has to take a, like, difficult turnaround jumper. Like,
I guess it's not enough time in the offseason to work on, like, so many different facets of your game. You know what I'm saying? You just kind of pick something to do, and then they just work on that.
No, I don't know what you're saying, Terry. I think there's plenty of time to do it.
You don't know. I mean, you got a lot more time than the usual NBA player. NBA player, they got 3 months to work on something. That's it.
I got more time to play basketball than an NBA player.
Not now. I'm saying before. Before you did. Not now. Before, when you used to play basketball a lot, wouldn't you say you had a lot more time to play basketball than an NBA player? Like practice.
No, because I play basketball still like 3-4 hours a day. These dudes play more than that.
Well, 3-4 hours a day.
Yeah, when I was like back in Maryland and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about back then. You had more time. When they practice, they do like specific things in practice. They don't just like do individual shit.
Yeah, maybe one of those specific things could be like, I don't know, attacking a closeout or like triple threat moves, or I don't know, how to feed somebody who's cutting hard to the basket. I watched 2 entry passes get thrown out of bounds last night in the NBA Finals.
Hey, man.
It's the NBA Finals. You guys can't make a fucking entry pass to the post?
No, they can't. You know it's hard for those motherfuckers to throw to the post. This is why we want to say the post game is gone because people want to dribble and shit. No, the post game is gone because we can't make a fucking post entry pass.
Oh my God.
Okay.
You're so right. You're so right. I can't tell you how many times these dudes have to catch the ball where they're not landing on both feet. And now their pivot foot has already been decided for them because the fucking pass is so bad.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, that's how it is, man. It's not much they can do about that. It is what it is, bro. You know, like in practice, you ain't got time to practice all that shit. The great players work on their craft all the time. These other kids ain't gonna do that. It's only 10%. It's 10% of the league that's really good. Everybody else is just in the league.
Bro, that shit reminds me, like when we were on the same team together, and at the end of the season, I asked Marco, I was like, what is the thing that I should like work on this like off season? And he was like, everything, all the time, always work on everything, always develop all your skills. Don't ever just focus on one thing. Focus on making everything better every time.
Yeah.
It's good advice.
What did you do?
Huh?
What did you do?
I learned how to do moves like Ronaldinho.
We played FIFA for like 3 hours.
This sounds like a useful player, a guy who can do all these tricks and then runs at the speed of smell. He can get by anybody, but you can catch right back up pretty quick.
It's so funny, man, because like when we play pickup and shit, like you'll be doing all these moves, and then like when we actually play in like a real game, it's like nah, back to the basket, and Marco's just like, play the way you face. You don't fucking turn. If you fucking turn, I'm subbing you out the game.
Yep.
I was like, come on, man, you fucking handcuffing my boy. Let him turn.
Right.
Let him take a shot.
Let me do the fucking juggling shit.
What it is, man. It's all good.
Bro, your boy
was speaking of what's up?
Speaking of what?
Speaking of soccer, man, I got my we got our 4th UPSL game this Friday, so I can't even watch the finals game. I gotta put that shit on I gotta tape it.
Oh, man.
No, we just beat the last team 6-0.
Jesus.
Yeah, they're gonna win, and I have to go to fucking Miami, and I kind of don't want to go to fucking Miami.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. That's very exciting. For any of our listeners who want to watch Terry's game and check this out, you can find him on ESPN Paraguay this coming Saturday. Make sure you set subtitles to on.
Well, I ain't even gonna send no link. We already know what's up. The team is straight though. This shit is crazy. Yeah, I'd already told him, I was like, bro, if y'all don't pay for me to go to Miami, I'm not going to Miami, bro. This is straight up. Like, if I pay out of pocket one dime, I'm not going. And the coach is just like, all right, we'll see what we can do.
Oh my God. Hey, when the star player puts his foot down, what are you gonna do? Make LeBron pay for his own gas?
No, what the fuck? Oh, shit. But yeah, man, fun times, fun season.
Well, it's with a degree of sadness that I wrap up this podcast because, like you, I feel like the Lakers are gonna wrap up this NBA season in this Game 5. But been a crazy year, bro.
Yeah, man. Yo, this shit has been the craziest shit. We're gonna talk about this for a long time, man. COVID. And like, when is the season gonna start next year? That's what we're gonna talk about.
Christmas.
They said that, but then I think Adam Silver already pushed it, bro.
No, they'll start on Christmas. You know how that's like always the big Christmas Day games for shit.
Yeah, I think they should at least have those Christmas. I think they should have those Christmas Day games, and then if they want to take like another 3 weeks break or whatever, they can do that and then start it again, like after. Because you know the NFL will be doing their whole thing. But who knows? Who fucking knows? These motherfuckers out here getting COVID like it's nothing.
I just want us to, like, with time when we look back at this season, that we could recognize that the only reason the Atlanta Hawks didn't complete the season is because of COVID. And that's probably the only reason why we didn't win the championship is because of COVID. If we really look at it.
That's what everyone's going to say. Yeah, if it wasn't for coronavirus, man, we had a chance. Like we were up there. Yeah, okay. Them motherfuckers, y'all played 60 games. I think we knew if you weren't in it or you were.
Listen,
Like,
if we had won our last 20 games, we still might have missed the playoffs. So
yeah, man. Hey, look, we closing it. We closing it out.
yeah, let's close it out, buddy.
All right, look, important things. October 9th in North Carolina is the last day for anybody to register to vote. Get your fucking lazy asses up, register to vote. Go to all those websites they be talking about, iwillvote.com and all that type of shit. Go.
They have this shit on Facebook. If you're watching this on Facebook, at the top, there should be a register to vote button.
Yeah. It's on everything. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Like, go vote, man. There's no excuses this year, man. Don't fuck around.
Good point. Thank you for adding that in, Terry. And while you're voting, make sure you're not doing it for Trump. Unless you're standing back and standing tall and standing proud and standing small or whatever the fuck these guys are doing.
What do you say? Stand by and stand up or some shit?
Oh,
I don't know what he said. That shit was funny. Are they doing another debate? That shit was hilarious.
Oh, man. It needs to be like stand back and far away. Stand over there somewhere that's not near us.
Hey, low key though, if you want like a racist nickname, the Proud Boys, that shit is low key fire. I ain't even gonna fake on that.
It is a good one. It
It
is.
is a nickname. You should put that on your article. The
I
Proud
gotta
Boys.
say, if the KKK had just updated their branding, you know what I mean?
They could have had a lot more people.
Proud Boys, get away with these dumbass robes. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like transition from robes to like fanny packs or something
Yeah.
just like that. You know,
I'm so
throw a little bit of racist flair on there.
yeah. I'm so disappointed in the Proud Boys. I can't even tuck my polo in now with my khakis.
No.
I can't tuck my polo in with my khakis. Now I look like a fuck.
Damn. Well, you always looked like a fuck, but now you look like a racist.
Good point. Touche.
Man. All right. On that note, I want to thank you all for joining us this beautiful Wednesday morning.
And don't forget where you can find all of our stuff. Hit it, Garrett.
At the HLSpod.com. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot the name to our website.
Jesus Christ.
Bro, I said the, and then I was about to be like Proud Boys, and I was like, no! All this Proud Boy talk.
This is exactly why I'm the CEO.
Oh my God. Shout out to Ricky Sr. on the birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, father.
And good luck to Terry on his semi-pro game in Miami. I'll be watching ESPN.
Yes. Peace, man.
Later. Stepping across the line. Habitually. He's a habitual line stepper.
Thank you for listening to our podcast this evening. Thank you. You're far too kind.